event. I think it's really important that people like myself and people like Councillor Manaka attend events like this, not just during Black History Month, as important as that is, but each and every day of the year, standing up and representing the people who are working within our communities. I look around the area that I represent in LS9, and there are a number of care homes. I think about wider Leeds and the experiences that people have within the care sector locally. And I think about all of those people who are being looked after. I think about my auntie. My auntie's got severe disabilities and needs round-the-clock care. And where would she be without our care workers? Where would she be without the migrant workforce that spend every hour of every day making sure that there's somebody there if she requires urgent care? Where would our older people be when they're struggling with dementia, when they need specialist care, when they need cleaning and attending to? And I then hear the stories that people have brought to us, both here today and more generally, about the abuses that they suffer because of bad employers, because of a system that effectively allows for employers to rule over people. It is, I was reading the documentation, and it talks about modern slavery, and that's effectively what it is. If you are being told you need to do this, otherwise we're going to take away your certificate of sponsorship, that is slavery. You can't have an employer holding that over people, telling people, threatening them that they might lose their job, they might get removed and sent away to, back home or to another country. That's not an equitable society. That's not the society that I want to live in. That's not the society I came into politics to build. The society that we need to build is one where we ensure that all of our workers have full rights within the workplace, that they're not being threatened, they're not being cajoled into working unreasonable hours or doing unreasonable things, making sure that they do have the proper equipment and time with family, time to go to medical appointments, time to have social appointments. It is, I'm a trade unionist myself in another union. Guess which one? And a lot of the work that I do kind of within my workspace is around the NHS and actually around international recruitment for the NHS. And one of the areas where I think the NHS is getting it right is by having the ethical recruiters list, whereby agencies are answerable to another organisation, so you don't end up with agencies effectively just doing whatever they will, not understanding the rules that they're supposed to be abiding by. Now, is it a perfect system? No, not at all. No. Is it better than what's happening in social care? No. Absolutely. So the question is how do we put pressure on government? How do we put pressure on local authorities? How do we leverage the power that we've got as trade unionists, as comrades, as friends, as workers, to ensure that when we speak, people listen? Well, firstly, it's by getting people like me and Councillor Manaka here in the room to listen to your testimony, to listen to your stories. And one of the things that I've just discussed with Katie prior to the start of this session was looking at how we can have a conversation about what's happening here in Leeds. And part of that is about speaking to the executive member for adult social care and speaking to the director for adult social care and looking at how we can leverage the buying power, the commissioning power of the local authority in order to ensure that contracts are fair and that the local authority is making sure that it's using its buying power to effectively demand more. So I'm happy to go away and speak to the exec member, speak to the director, and we can facilitate that conversation. The second thing that we can do is, and I understand you're already doing this, lobby your members of parliament, because members of parliament need to be told they're dealing with a number of different issues all at the same time.
Yeah.
And are they thinking about social care? Are they thinking about people in social care? Probably not. And the only way that you guys will get your voices heard is by putting pressure on them.
Yeah.
Now, again, I'm happy to try and connect people to local members of parliament. I'm absolutely 100% certain that if you live in East Leeds, Richard Bergen will be definitely on side. But there are other really good MPs across the region. There's Rachel Maskell up in York. She was head of health and care for Unite the Union prior to becoming a member of parliament. I'm sure she'll be a really good advocate. There are other members of parliament who are really clued up on this stuff, and it's really important that you tap into them. And then finally, it's about harnessing the power of the union. Now, the union, Unison and my own union, Unite, and the GMB give millions of pounds every year to the Labour Party. It's that money that ensures that the Labour Party can continue to function, that it can go out and effectively campaign.
Yeah.
So we need to call on the leaders of the union to say, hey, where are your members? We pay your salaries.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's time to have a conversation with the Labour Party about what we need here for adult social care.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, the system doesn't work.
No.
The system is stacked against migrant workers. It's stacked against all workers.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your background is. The British economy is not here to work for you. It's here to funnel money to American billionaires so they can go to Mars or, taking resource asset stripping from civil society. It's about massive conglomerates buying up thousands of houses and then doubling your rent. That is not an economy that's working for me. It's not an economy that's working for you. And what we need to do is use the power that we've got within our trade unions to demand more, both from the leadership of the unions, but also from the government, leveraging the power, leveraging the economic the impetus that we have as members of the union. And then finally, it's just about keeping the pressure on. It's really easy to get tired. It's really easy to get distracted. It's really easy when your morale is flagging and you think, do I have to? Yes, because tomorrow is going to be as bad as today if we don't do something today. So I'm. It's a real pleasure, and I'm really proud to be here. I will do what little I can. Councillor Manaka will support me, and our other colleague, Councillor Khan, gives his apologies. He would have been here as well. He's from another union, the CWU, so he probably out delivering posts or something. No, I'm joking. He's doing pilgrimage tomorrow, so he's got a valid excuse. But yeah, I'd just like to thank you all for welcoming me here today. I'm Councillor Luke Farley. This is Councillor Nkele Manaka. If you need us, let me know, and we'll do what we can. Thank you very much.